Dear students, welcome to my channel. Now, today we discuss again on the rules of debit and credit as per the traditional approach. Today we know first the identification of accounts involved in the business transactions and effects of debit and credit, or the rules of debit and credit. Now we have example here. The first point here in the example is Ram started business with cash. I told you in every transaction there are at least two accounts involved. Here again, Ram started business with cash. In this transaction, also two accounts are involved. First, we know what are these accounts that are involved in this transaction. When the business is started, business got cash. First thing, cash account is involved here. And another account that is involved here, that is capital account. Two accounts that are involved in this transaction are cash account and the capital account. Now we know which account is nominal, which account is personal, which account is real. As per the traditional approach, we have three accounts here. First is personal, real and nominal. Cash account, it deals with, it is a property of the business, so it is here a real account. And the capital, it is personal account of the businessman. So it is personal account. Now we know which account is debited and which account is credited as per the rules. When the business is started, business got cash. That means the cash comes into the business, cash account goes up. So we have, when the assets goes up, the rule for the real account is debit what comes and credit what goes account, what goes out. So here the cash comes in, cash comes in. So it is debited. As per this capital account, in every transaction, if there are two accounts involved, one is credit and other is debit. So here the cash account is debited, automatically the capital account is credited. Why it is credited? So as per the rule, capital account is personal account. For this personal account, we have rule debit the receiver and credit the giver. Here the capital account, it is the capital account of businessman. Businessman is here Ram. So we can write it Ram's capital account. So the Ram is the giver. He gives money to business. He is the giver. So we can write here Ram is giver, or the capital account is giver. So it becomes credit. Cash account is the real account. Cash comes in into the business. As per the rule, that the cash account is debited. And the capital account, it is the personal account. It is the capital account of the Ram. Ram is the businessman. So the Ram is the giver, and this his account is credited. So in this transaction, cash account debited and capital account is credited. For another transaction, we have purchased furniture in cash. Purchased furniture in cash. Again, two accounts are involved in this transaction. One is furniture account. And another account, that is cash account. Furniture account is the property of the business. Furniture is the possession of the business, and it is real account. So again, the business got here possessions. Furniture, business got furniture, so the furniture account is debited. Furniture comes into the business, so we can write it furniture comes in to the business, and this account is debited. Furniture account is debited. Another account that is involved in this transaction is cash account. Cash account is also property of the business, but the cash goes out from the business. When the furniture comes in, and for this furniture the cash goes out, so the cash account goes reduced. Cash goes out from the business. Cash account is also real account. We can write it cash goes out. When the cash goes out, so the cash account is credited. For the real account we have rule debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Here the debit was furniture comes in, so the furniture account is debited, but the cash goes out and the cash account is credited. For third transaction, that is purchase goods from Ms. Shyam and Co. Purchase goods from Shyam and Co. Here the purchase goods, that is purchase account. And another account involved is Shyam and Co. Two accounts are involved, Shyam and Co. and the purchase account. First we write the account, purchase account. When goods are used, goods are purchased, at the time we write the purchase account, not the goods account, nor for any other asset we write the separate name. If the machinery is purchased, at that time we write the machinery account. If the land is purchased, at that time we write the land account. But when the goods are purchased, those goods, those items which are for sold, which are for ordinary course of the business, at that time the purchase account is used. So the purchase account is here, and another account involved in this transaction is Shyam and Co. This means here business purchases goods from Shyam and Co. Shyam and Co is the company, and it is a personal account. Shyam and Co is the personal account, and the purchase account is also a nominal account. It is a nominal account. Shyam and Co account. Purchase account, it is nominal account. Why it is nominal account? The cash is spent on the goods. Cash has to be paid for this. That means here it is nominal account. Where the business make any expense, business have to pay it. That for this it is here a expenses account, or we can say it is a nominal account. And Shyam and Co is the personal account. Nominal account and personal account. In the same way, for the nominal account we have the rule: debit all expenses and losses, credit all gains and incomes. Debit all expenses and losses. When the goods are purchased by the business, for this business has to pay money. At that time, this becomes expense to the business. So we use it as a nominal account. For this, as per the rule here, debit all expenses and losses. When it is a nominal account, purchase account is a nominal account, so it is debited. It is an expense. And it is debited. Another thing here, Shyam and Co. Shyam and Co is the personal account, and it becomes also the creditor. Here, business has purchased goods from him, from the Shyam and Co. It becomes the creditor. Creditor is the personal account, and as per the name we here use it is the company. Company is also a personal account. As per the rule, it is personal account, and it must be credited. Why it is credited? Because Shyam and Co is the giver. It gives goods to the business. so it is credited. It is giver. Another transaction is here, cash paid to Rahul. Cash paid to Rahul. Again, two accounts are involved here. Cash paid to Rahul. One is cash account and another is Rahul's account. Here, cash from business goes out and Rahul got money. Here the Rahul got money here. So we write here Rahul's account. And another account involved, that is cash account. Rahul is personal and he is the receiver. Personal account. Also he is a receiver. On the personal account we have debit the receiver. So Rahul's account is debited. And cash from business goes out. So the cash account is reduced here. So cash goes out and cash account is a real account here. For the real account we have rule debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So the cash goes out here. So we write here goes out, and when it cash goes out, so the cash account is credited. Another transaction, that is withdrew cash for personal use. Every businessman has personal needs, and cash drawing, it is the usual adjustment. Businessman withdrew cash from business for his personal uses. When the cash is withdrawn or the goods are withdrawn for personal use, that at that time we write here drawings account. It is called a drawings account. So two accounts are again involved here. One is drawings account and another is cash account. So we write here first account is drawings account and cash account. Again, as per the rule, drawings account is the personal account. It is the businessman's account. It's personal account. So it draws money from the business. It is drawings account and it is personal account. It is debited. Drawing account is the receiver. When it receives, so his account, account is debited. And again, the cash goes out from the business. Cash is real account. It goes out from business again, and it is credited. Now for another transaction here, sold goods for cash. Sold goods for cash. Goods are sold for cash and cash is received by the business and goods goes out. When the goods are sold, at the time we use sales account. When goods are purchased from the supplier, at the time we use purchase account. So two accounts are also involved here. We write them. Cash account and sales account. Cash account, as we know, it is a real account. Cash comes into the business and cash account goes up, so it is debited. Comes in and cash account is debited. Another account that involves here, that is sales account. Purchase account and sales account are treated as nominal account as per the traditional approach. Where we use purchase, purchase is the nominal account, and the same sales account is the nominal account. Another thing, for the nominal account we have rule, debit all expenses and losses. When the business makes sales, at the time it is a gain to the business, it is a revenue to the business. So cash comes into the business. Sales gives it is the main source of the business, main revenue of the business, sale. So we write here, this account is credited. Debit all expense losses, credit all gains and incomes. So it becomes income to the business. Income and gain. For next transaction we have cash deposited into bank. Business has sufficient cash, surplus cash, and it deposited into the bank. Again, two accounts are involved. One is bank account, and another that is cash account. Business deposited surplus money in the bank account, into bank. So bank, we know it is a personal account. As per the traditional approach, bank is personal account. Bank receives money from the business, receiver, and it is debited. Again, cash is real account. Cash goes out of the business. It goes into the bank. So it is credited. Here both the accounts are a business account. Bank account is also a business account, and cash account is also business account. Both are business account, but as per the traditional approach we have, bank account is personal account, cash account is real account. So we use here the rule is debit and credit. Now next transaction we have paid rent by check. Paid rent by check. Again, two accounts are involved. When the rent is paid, salary is paid, commission is paid, either in cash or through bank. When salary is paid in cash, two accounts are involved also, sales account and cash account. And rent is paid in cash, rent account and cash account. Here, rent is paid, but it is paid through check. It is paid through check. Here means bank. When a person receives rent, so he receives check. He got money from the bank, from the business's bank account. At the time, check is treated as bank. So two accounts are also involved, that is rent account and bank account. Check is treated as bank. Rent is nominal account, it is expense to the business. When it's nominal account, we have expense in the business, then it is debited. Expense, and it is debited. So the rent account is debited, and the bank account, from the bank cash goes out. Bank is giver here. Bank gives money for the rent. So bank is personal account. Also bank is giver. It gives money. So its account is credited. As with the personal account, we have debit the receiver and credit the giver. Here the bank is giver, so his account is, bank account is credited. Another transaction we have, that is paid interest on loan. Paid interest on loan. either by check or by cash, either by through check, bank or cash. Suppose we use a paid interest on loan through cash or by cash. And interest on loan is paid. Interest on loan is expense to the business. Two accounts are also involved. That is interest on loan and another account that involved here is cash account. If interest on loan is paid through cash, then cash account comes here. If it is paid through bank, then the bank account exists here. Now, again, interest on loan, it is nominal account. Why it is nominal? Because it is expense to the business. So, when the business has any expense, so expenses go high and it is debited. Cash account, cash is paid for such expense, cash goes down, cash goes out of the business, and cash account, cash is reduced, it is real account. When it goes out, and it is credited, cash account is credited here. Another transaction, that is cash received from Salam. Cash received from Salam. Here the Salam is debtor because it owes money to the business. Business has due money, outstanding money with Salam. Salam paid it. Business received cash here. Cash is nominal account. Yeah, okay, sorry, cash is real account and cash account goes up. Two accounts are also involved, cash account. Second account, that is Salam's personal account or Salam's account. Salam's personal account we can write, or Salam's account we can write it. Cash account is real account. Salam's account is personal account. Business receives cash, cash comes into the business. Comes in, and it is cash account is debited. Salam gives money to the business. Salam is personal account and it gives money, it is a giver. So Salam's account is credited. Here we learned in every transaction there is at least one debit and one credit. We use it in every transaction. There are at least two accounts. Two accounts are involved in every transaction, and for this, one account was debited and one account was credited. Thanks.